Russian President Vladimir Putin is expanding his propaganda campaign about Ukraine to high schools in the country. Russia this week released an updated textbook that supports its narrative about Ukraine. The United States and its Western allies aiming to overhaul the curriculum next year. Critics say the new textbook presents a false narrative about the war in Ukraine, which Russia still calls a special military operation, and aims to erase Ukrainian history. Putin also appears to be using it as part of his goal of mobilizing youth towards an increasingly militarized culture. According to Amnesty International, school curricula Russia will be distributed Russian-occupied regions eastern Ukraine, as well as Crimea, which Putin illegally annexed 2014. Fedor Krasheninnikov, a Russian political analyst and frequent critic the Kremlin, said the textbooks were a special structure of Putin's view reality. He created this textbook through propaganda, he said. The new textbook, called History of Russia 1945 the Beginning of the 21st Century, is designed for older high school students in Russia and Russian-held territories. Textbooks accuse West stealing Russia's assets, say United States is instigator of war in Ukraine, and accuse Washington using Ukrainians to destroy Russian state. According Amnesty International, document also falsely stated that the Western Security Alliance NATO was planning attack Donbas region of eastern Ukraine and that Russia had prevent Ukraine from joining NATO prevent a wider destructive war. States as follows. Taras Kuzio, a professor of political science at the Mohyla Academy of Kyiv National University, said the textbook exaggerates Russia's victimization, ignores its imperialist ambitions and touts Russia's exceptionalism. In this deeply distorted and hopelessly partisan reading of history, greatest nation on the planet is also world's greatest victim, Kuzio wrote in an analysis. Adopting this exceptionalist approach encourages Russians to romanticize the violence that has defined much of their country's history. Russian Education Minister Sergei Kravtsov said new textbooks are designed for 11th grade students. Will describe the most important events related to reunification of Crimea Sevastopol. Reasons progress of special military operation entry into Russian Federation of new regions. This tells about the achievements of our new heroes in the fatherland, Kravtsov said at a meeting with Russian government leaders in August. According to state media outlet TASS, the book was Russian historians Alexander Chubaryan, Anatoly Torkunov, Vladimir Medinsky. Medinsky is an aide to Putin and the Kremlin. Anna Wright, Amnesty International's Eastern Europe Central Asia researcher, said the new textbook obscures and misrepresents the facts about serious human rights violations, crimes under international law committed by Russian forces against Ukrainians, indoctrinating children at sensitive stage of their